If you look behind me, you can see a middle school. They're commonly found throughout the county, and they can have up to 1,000 students and even more. And it seems like a normal, happy school life for the students. But that's what we're here to test for. You see, we stay in these schools for more than 2/3 of our year. I mean, if we stay in these schools for so long, will we at least want to know if there's some sort of danger or health risk that could pose to our students? I mean, I'm pretty sure all of the parents and faculty, and even us students as well, would want to know if there's any type of risk. Well then, that's what we're here to find out. You see, we went to a series of 8 different schools to test our theories, to see if there's any sort of health risk that could pose to students. So we went to a series of middle schools, elementary schools, and even our beloved Hillsborough High School to test to see if there's any sort of possible risks for our students. And so we decided to test a variety of different experiments that could possibly come into contact with our students. We'll be testing a series of different water fountains for total chlorine, free chlorine, orthophosphates, nitrates, pH, and any signs or contaminants of lead. By testing these different things, we're able to see if there's any sort of risk that could possibly occur to the students by drinking the water fountains. We will also test for the amount of air particulates throughout the school that's caused by dust or ventilation such as this one. We will also test for mold, which can be commonly found on the wall, ceiling, or near trash. We had also planned to test for radon, which is commonly found in the basements of schools, but due to lack of equipment, we were only able to successfully test it in Hillsborough High School. While doing this experiment, we managed to do our air quality and water quality tests on 5 basic locations. The first location that we will test will be the main hallway of every single building.
The gymnasium.
The auditorium. The library. And the last spot we performed our tests will be in the cafeteria. After performing our extensive research, we can finally conclude our results. And overall, the students are living in a very safe school environment. After analyzing our water quality results, we've discovered that there are no signs of lead, and every other contaminant is below the legal limit. After analyzing particulate matter, we've also discovered that the air particulates are still under the legal limit. And with the one radon test we performed in Hillsborough, we've discovered that there aren't any major signs of radon within Hillsborough, or at least enough to where it'll be of any sort of concerning level. Although air quality and water quality results show that the school is living in a safe environment, the mold colony tests may hold a different story. You see, after performing our mold tests, we discovered that there were high amounts of yeast colonies, Candida albicans, and Penicillium notatum throughout every single school. However, most of these mold are found naturally within the environment, and most of them usually don't pose that big of a threat to humans. However, our research shows that one specific mold colony, Penicillium notatum, is notorious for being found commonly on food spoilage or any sort of decaying matter, and it can commonly produce an endotoxin, which is also carcinogenic and can cause cancer. Now, since we only performed the basic research on the mold colonies, we can't say for certain if this really is the Penicillium notatum mold colony that we think it is, or if it really is carcinogenic. More research will have to be developed in order to make sure this is valid information. But overall, the school environment for students is a great place. Despite the high amounts of mold, the air quality and water quality is perfectly healthy for the students. So on to you, science guy from the future. Science! As you can see, after testing 8 different schools, we've discovered that they're all quite fine. Everything's below the legal limit, which is always a good thing, and there's nothing that poses a major risk to the students' health. The only possible thing that you should be concerned is the high amounts of mold colonies. But then again, we will also need to perform more research to determine the specific types of mold that were present and to see if it was really that big of a problem in the first place. So in conclusion, the school life is a good life, and also a healthy one. I'm Shamsuddin Balhut, the new science guy, experimenting out.